All right, so we are going to start with the eyeshadow. I'm using a little bit of the Kjaer Weis Foundation all over the eyelid to kind of act as her eye primer. We're gonna blend this to the inner corner of the eye and then mostly build it up towards the crease. I'm going to ignore the brow bone for now because I wanna start building some of the colors and kind of making the eye a little bit more dramatic before I start highlighting her. But we'll just keep blending until we have a nice fade. What I really like about this as well is, as you guys can see, it's gonna really brighten the eyelid before we get any colors on her. Okay, so we are going to be building quite a few different layers into this look, but overall it's going to be like a really gorgeous kind of bronzy glam look. So we are using this bronze shadow from Fitglow to start. I'm just kind of pressing that into the center of the eyelid, and this is going to be our first background color. What I like is that it has a really gorgeous bronzy hue to it, but it has a really good glimpse. So when she moves and catches that shadow in that light, it's just going to make her eyelids look really bright, really awake, and just kind of like summery. I'm going to start building some drama on the outer corners of the eye. So I'm using this kind of taupey, deeper tone from the Night Palette from Fitglow and a softer, more dense brush to just slowly start building some depth and darkness to the outer part of the eyelid, specifically at the lash line. So we are going to start building the majority of the darkness and depth for this eye with the eye pencil from Jane. This is the black brown. So don't worry about your line being perfect. I'm literally just trying to get some darkness and depth first. And then we're actually going to be smudging this with a pencil and, a brush anyway. So don't worry about it. Just get a good, nice dark layer. Keep the outer corner a little thicker. As you get to the pupil, make it thinner. Okay, so you guys can kind of see I'm kind of slowly starting to make a little bit of a shape that is going to kind of drag out. So go ahead and open. You guys can kind of see that shape. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go in with the black and we're gonna start deepening this. And I'm probably gonna do this a couple of times to really get the drama that I'm looking for. So using the Earthy Calm eyeshadow, I'm going to start building up the drama of this lash line, but I wanted to have like a black and a brown vibe, so we are going to do Earthy Calm to start, and then I'll probably go back in with the black pencil and kind of define the lash line again. Okay, so now we are going to start shaping the brow bone around the shadows. So we're taking that the first Kjaer Weis foundation that we used as the eye primer, and we're taking this all up underneath the brow and around the shadows to really start lifting her eye. And then after this, we'll be able to segue into creating her brow shape. I'm just using a really small concealer brush, something that has a nice arch to it and gives me a lot of control with the shape. About Eco Brow is it comes with a spoolie end, so I'm able to like really brush through the hairs before I start the shape of the brow. So we'll just kind of comb through the hairs, brush them upwards in an upward motion. I really feel like when you do this, it allows you to see the actual shape of your brows so that when you do fill them in, you can kind of see where you're a little bit more sparse and where you want to actually create your shape. We're not going to get too dark on the brows. I just want to create a little bit of structure and shape to go along with this glam makeup look. So I'm starting at the base of the brow in the front, and then I'm slowly fluffing it up into the shape so you guys can see it's filling in. And then we'll start to work towards the arch and the outer corner. Okay, so we're using a little bit of the Vapour Spicy bronzer on the outer areas of the face just to start giving her a little bit of a glow. We don't need a ton of color, so I'm just gonna slowly start blending it into the skin using this soft Ilia brush. Ooh, love. So creamy, so easy to blend. Love using these creamy Vapour bronzers on top of the Kjaer Weis foundation. They just like makes the skin look super glowy and rich. And as you guys can see, it's giving her a little bit of color without being too dark. You can always take your tool and grab a little bit more product and press the bronzer into the skin. What I really like about this combo is it makes you look really, really fresh for summer. Just mimics skin, but with good coverage. All right, so we're gonna start making her skin glow. So we are gonna be using some of the Dazzling from Kjaer Weis right up here on the cheekbone. Start getting that gorgeous, gorgeous glow. This looks so gorgeous. It totally blends into her skin tone, but it's kind of giving us a nice luminosity, which you can only typically get from you know, your highlighters. On some skin tones, this will look more bronzy, but on her, this is just like a really, really gorgeous glow. So for one of the last features on the face, we are going to be adding the Joyful blush. And I love pressing this cream blush into the skin with the foundation blush brush from Kjaer Weis. So we are gonna place the tone right through here. We're gonna start there with the color and then slowly work it towards the back and the frontal planes of the face. I love this blush on her. It just gives her this effortless touch of color with this glam smoky eye. I really want the skin to have an effortlessness to it, but still have a flush of color. It's kind of what we're going for, like she's blushing. I like to do patting motions with this technique to really blend, but you guys can do sweeping motions if that's something you prefer to do. I just really want to get as much pigment as possible with a small amount of product. So we are going to do these little presses until we're happy with the amount of blush that we have on. Just to accentuate the shape of her eyes, I'm using this really soft brush from Iredale and the Transcend Eyeshadow from Kjaer Weis, and we're just gonna press a really, really light amount of this on the bottom of the eye. We are only gonna go towards the pupil and then we're gonna kind of pull away. I don't want the under eyes to be too dark, but I do wanna give her some drama and dimension there. So now I'm going to use the Kjaer Weis Bright Eye Pencil to brighten the waterline. We're just going to do a really, really soft application of this, nothing crazy, just something to really accentuate her eye shape and brighten the eyes. What I love about this lip liner is it's just going to give her a little bit of color without being too light or too bright. It's just going to be a really pretty nude. I don't even fill in the entire lip. I just kind of like get the outer corners and then see how it's kind of like uneven. I usually do that on purpose. And then I just take a brush and I kind of blend the lip liner. I like this technique because it softens the actual application. I'm not a huge fan of super drawn on lips. I just like to have a little glow. We are going to use this gorgeous lip color called Brilliant on her, which is kind of more of a nude coral all over the lip. And this is just going to give her a really gorgeous kind of nude tone for summer. I like that it's a little bit more in the brown coral family. So I'm just using the mauve lip liner in the central parts of the lips. We don't want to completely lose the lip line, even though this is going to be a little bit of a lighter lip. And then doing our same technique where we just kind of blend so it's still a soft lip. And then we are going to use the Tenderness lip gloss on top, and then we will segue into some lashes. All right, so now we are going to be placing the Monroe Battington lashes on her. Okay guys, so this is a really glam makeup look using the Kjaer Weis. We did incorporate a few other brands in there as well, but I just want you guys to know that every line that we carry in the store has a really amazing shades for every skin tone. We just love, love, love all these shades on her. Love these bomb lashes. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. Thank you so much.